What's going on, guys? Back at it with another video. Today we are going to be doing a backtesting video. I'm backtesting the month of April and I'll be backtesting EURUSD. I'm going to do it a little bit different this time. I'm going to be backtesting a 5-minute entry model that I don't normally trade, but I want to test this. I saw Tyler Trades do this. I watched one of his videos on it. If you guys want, go check it out. It's a great video. He backtested NQ. And it worked out really well. Him and I I basically kind of trade the same as him. I followed along with him when I first started trading New York session, and I just follow along with his strategy basically. Like I would take my trade and then kind of compare my trade with his trade to see how I'm trading, see where I may have made a mistake. And that's kind of how I learned a lot with the journaling of trades. That was when I was trading the S&P and NASDAQ as well. Anyways, I wanted to go over a currency pair as I've been trading EURUSD a lot. I don't know if I am going to be switching back to the S&P and NQ. I'm not more back testing and more studying on that and see if I want to go back to the S&P and NQ and no longer trade EURUSD. But anyways, this will be April backtesting 5-minute entry model, which is a 5-minute order block entry model. And it's the same way that I've been trading the whole time on New York session, just with the different entry model. But anyways, let's get into the video here. So I'm going to be starting on April 1st. And yeah, we'll just basically go from there. So this will be no daily buys involved. There will be no daily buys. I'm only going to be starting on the hourly and going down to the 5-minute, mainly working with that and kind of just seeing what we've taken, what we haven't taken, and where we can go from there in trading. So I'll be marking all of this down as well. So at the end of the video, I'm going to go over the results and see how well it performed and how it didn't perform. We're going to be only targeting 1 to 2 like we always do. And yeah, let's just jump right into this. So starting off, we are on April 1st and we're coming into our trading hours here. Be in mind, I am going to be going a little bit after the trading hour as it is the 5-minute. So on the 1-minute entry, I only trade between the hours of 7 and 8. This one, I'll eat a little bit more into 8 o'clock because sometimes it gives us a good entry after 8 o'clock from what I've seen. And also the 5-minute doesn't really give you a whole lot of time within just the 1 hour to get that good entry. So we will be biting a little bit into there. But looking at the hourly time frame, we've swept out London low, we've swept out Asia low, we've taken out previous New York low, and we're making our way to this low over here, which is the previous London low. So that could be an area of interest over there. Ideally right now, what I'm thinking is we are in this 1 hour order block right now. What I'd want to see is a retracement back to the upside. If we don't get that, then obviously there will be no trade. So I'll jump down to the 5-minute time frame. We do have news this day, so we do have PMI. We'll see what that does first of all and go from there. So right when PMI comes out, basically we just tanked straight to the downside. So from here, what I'll do is just let price do its thing a little bit. So far, we're just tanking. I have no reason for us to be wanting to trade to the upside. To be honest, after just seeing all of this momentum to the downside here, I probably would just call it a day and just say this is a no trading day. We're not getting any push to the upside, so that means I just don't think that we're going to. Plus, we're now into the 9 o'clock, so we're 2 hours into the trading session, and we've just been tanking. So April 1st would be no trade. Let's go to the next day here. All right, so we got April 2nd here. And just looking at the hourly time frame, if you look at order flow, high, low, high, what's next, low. So ideally, I'm looking for a move to the downside here. We've taken out London high, we've taken out Asia high, and we're pushing into the premium of the hourly range here. We do have this 1 hour fair value gap here, as well as we're in this 1 hour fair value gap. So things are telling me, hey, we might have a chance to go to the downside. So ideally, I want to see what goes on here. We do have news this day as well. We have job opening. So once at 7 o'clock, I want to see what job opening does to the candles. And then we'll kind of just plan my trade off of that. So 7 o'clock comes, news comes out, pushes us straight into that hourly fair value gap. See if we can make any sort of displacement to the downside. All right, guys. So right here, we got this move here. We got a displacement, broke structure to the downside right here. And this entry model, you enter off like the nearest up close candle, so the nearest order block. So you could enter off of this one here, but for this sake, we're gonna enter right off of this guy here. And this, I'll put the stops at the bodies here at the top there, and we're just gonna target that simple 1 to 2 like we usually do. Close enough. And we'll go break even roughly around this state here once we hit this low. All right, so price comes up, taps this in. Got some consolidation going on. So at this rate here, since we've been consolidating here, and we've taken out this low, like we've taken out this low right here, I would probably go break even once we get down to here, and we would have been taken out at break even, but for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna let price do its thing and play out and see what it does. So I would have most likely taken a break even day, and this is a loss trade. So April 2nd, will be -1. We'll go off of risk to reward for calculating all this. So April 2nd would have been a loss or a break-even day. You guys can kind of choose what you wanted to do there. You could have also put your stop above this high here, like right above the right above the order block candle, and you would have hit your 1 to 2. No, you wouldn't have, damn. All right, so it would have been a break-even day, most likely, or a loss, whatever you guys want to count your books. But anyways, let's move to the next day. So looking at this day here, we have 2 pieces of news coming out here at 7 o'clock. Yeah, we have PMI, and then around 9 o'clock, we would have Fed Chair Powell speak. I don't even know if I would trade this day just because of the news, and we like to hold a little bit longer. Like, I don't want to hold through this news here. Like, unless we could get a trade right after. I don't think I'd want to trade this day, but we'll trade it for the sake of the video. We'll just do that anyways. So looking at the hourly time frame, we've taken out a lot of liquidity to the buy side. We've taken out a lot of buy side liquidity, and we're making our way up to previous day liquidity that we're taking all buy side. So ideally, I just want to see a short, but I want to see what PMI does here. Or yeah, PMI, I want to see what that does here. Obviously, push up to the upside. Price just skyrockets, so I just wait, kind of see if we get that change of state of delivery. And to be completely honest, because of how we are trading, we're just going to the upside here. We'll just keep pushing up higher. And we do have this news coming out at 9. I don't think this would have been a no trade day for me. So far we're down 1, which is all right. Yeah, we just keep pushing up. I probably wouldn't have even trade this day just because of the news, to be completely honest. With this trading strategy, we're holding for a little bit longer than the 1 minute. So there's no reason to hold during news. It's just a gamble if you don't know what you're doing. All right, so now we are on April 4th. And we'll go into our 6 o'clock. Wait for the opening. 2 candles there. All right, so we got the opening. We got 6:30 right here. Perfect. And now I'm basically looking at this as I'm looking for a shorting position. We've taken out a lot of buy side liquidity. I want to see price make that reversal and then go to the downside like we are always looking for. So what are we looking for? Same shit. Boom. Price pushes down. We get our change of state and delivery there. I'll take the short position right there. You can put your stop up here. You can put your stop here, wherever you would feel comfortable. I'm going to put it right at the bodies of this candle. And then our take profit too will be all the way down to here for 12 pips. So we get tapped in right away. Price comes up, goes like, pushes right into our pushes right into the stop loss area, and take profit 2 gets hit. So April 4th is +2. So this day we had NFP, and that came out fairly early, and that was probably this candle here, which that actually is that candle there. And that candle actually led us, so we took out the high here, so it's like accumulation, manipulation, distribution to the downside. So what are we looking for? We're going to try and catch that reversal. We've taken out London low, Asia low, New York low, previous day low, previous day low. So ideally we're looking for a move back to the upside. We just want to see the same thing. Just want to see our entry model, and then I'll be more than happy to get in. All right, so right here we get the change of state delivery. In Tyler's trades video, he didn't do a close above the candle. He did it, or sorry, above like the wick of the candle. He did the body. So this would technically count as the change of state delivery. So I'm gonna enter in onto this trade here. We'll go long, stop right at the bodies here, and then take profit 2 will be up here. And I'll probably go risk-free once we hit this candle right there. Instantly get tapped in, and TP2 gets hit. So this is the 5th. It's a +2. And remember, for most prop firms, I'm not too sure which one you guys are trading with, but for mine, I need 8% to reach the profit target. And so if you consider that we're trading this with 1% risk per each one, so every +2 equals 2%. So this will be like I'm risking 1%. So I'll see if I could have passed my prop firm phase 1 in April. That would be super cool if that works out. We have no news here. It looks like it's a no news Monday. So I believe it's going to be pretty choppy, which is fine. I ideally like to see the time-based liquidity be taken. So I want to see either this high be taken or London low be taken for us to then take a trade. If I don't see those taken, then I'm not probably going to take a trade. We come in right away, right at the 630-ish mark. Let's go into it one more time. So now we're at 630, pushing a little bit higher. We could actually be wanting to reach up to this high here. I'm not too sure, but I'm going to go into this and just go into a few more candles. So yeah, we reached up, taken out this. So now I'm looking for a short position. Ideally, this also left behind a fair value gap, so I'll take this trade here. I'll put the stop at the bottom. I'm going to put the top of this guy here, that wick there. And then a 1 to 2 is nicely. You could trade right down to there for the sake. We're just going to do the 1 to 2. So we got tapped in. I'm probably going to take... I'll probably take off risk at this fair value gap here. Just to play it safe, I'll probably cancel risk out at that fair value gap. And we instantly get stopped out. Awesome. That will be the 8th. And that will be a -1. So we've taken out all the liquidity, buy side liquidity here, taken out all of these highs here, all the time-based liquidity as well. So ideally, you guys should know by now what we're looking for. I'm going to just be looking for shorts and seeing where price goes from there. No. No. Not good enough for me. Not good enough for me. Not good enough for me. Boom. Let's see if that holds. That holds. I'm going to take the trade here. Stop above the high here and take profit 2. Or 1 to 2, my bad. And it looks like we just went down and ripped it out. I'd still consider this until we take out this low, which we did. So this would be no more. And price just actually rips down. Damn. So would have missed out on that trade this day. Would have been a nice trade if we would have, if I would have closed like right below this candle here. If this was more filled, I would have taken it off of here and then we would have caught the move, but we didn't. So follow the rules. Nice head and shoulder pattern right there. All right, so clearly we had news this day, so price just tanked. The odds of me trading this day, I don't know, but we're gonna trade it for the sake. We've taken out all the liquidity to the downside. I'd like to see us trade into this efficiency here above this high as well. Let's see if we can get what we're looking for on this day. Boom, right there, we get the change. I'm gonna take a long position right off here. I'm gonna take a look at the hourly. We might even lose this trade, but that's okay if we do. Not a big deal. We're taking a lot of liquidity, yeah. So we're gonna take this stop, obviously below the low. Very tight stop, and then 1 to 2. Let's fix this quickly. So stop below the low, and then 1 to 2, we'll be targeting right there. And we obviously get tapped in right away. And damn, taken out. So this is the 10th, and this is -1. So on to the next day here. Rip down the 15-minute. We've taken out the low here. Ideally, what we'd want to see is us trade to this high here. We have a lot of relative equal highs here. So there's a lot of buy side liquidity. If we can continue, maybe we can trade up to this inefficiency here, but ideally it does. I want to see what price wants to do here. So we've taken out the high. Now we're making changes. Now we broke structure to the downside here. Swept out a lot of highs. Ideally, let's see what the 1 hour time frame is looking like. 1 hour time frame, took out all this relative equal highs. Ideally, I'd want to, I don't know, I'd probably short this, to be honest, just because I'd honestly just short this because we took out the London highs plus all that relative equal highs, and I wouldn't really want to continue going with that, and it's a pretty big stop loss though. But we'll do it anyways, so we'll take that, and then we can target these lows all the way down here for take profit too. Even though that's not gonna work. I honestly might even just move it down to like, honestly would just do that, yeah. For the sake of the video, we're gonna do this. And what do you know, price just tanks. Did we get tapped in? We didn't. So missed trade opportunity, unfortunately. And we took out the lows, so we would be out of this trade. We could wait for price to come back up as it was like a manipulation, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Now we could be looking for a reversal. So like in this case, you could just be like, oh, we're still in our time zone, so we could take this. Boom. And then take profit all the way up there. And I don't think it's going to tap us in. So that would have been two trade missed opportunities. The second trade would have been a break-even trade regardless, so doesn't really matter unless you put your stop below this low here, which is where you probably would have. Actually, sorry, it would have been a missed trade opportunity regardless because it never came back in. So another missed trade opportunity. So far, I've been noticing we're getting a lot, like we're getting things correct, but we're getting a lot of missed trade opportunities with this setup, at least on the at least on like the currency pair, Euro USD. But anyways, we'll just keep going. We're on April 12th here. We got news coming out. We'll see what this news does. comes up, doesn't do much. We just have a bunch of consolidation. We have this inefficiency right here. We've taken out a lot of sell side liquidity. So I am going to be looking for a push to the upside in that case, but all right. So we have this change of state delivery and price comes back. So I'm going to take the long position right here. Stop will be right at the wick here. And then we can target our 1-2, which will be just right at this high here. You could just go for the high, but it's up to you. I'm just doing the 1-2 like we usually do. So price comes down, just eats into the order block there and rips to take profit too. So this is the 12 and we got +2. Took out the lows, taking all the sell side liquidity, and we have tapped into the imbalance there. So we're looking for buys. We're at 6 o'clock right now. So let's see what happens here. Let's get to 6:30. Okay, so we're at 6:30. We pushed up, tapping the order block up there, pushing down, taking out more liquidity. Still looking for that change of state. Get that right here. I'm going to take a long position off of this guy up here. Stop right there, and then target our 1-2 and take it off of that candle. And then we target 1-2. Let's see if we get tapped in. And we don't. Lovely. I would probably be canceling this trade just because it's after our session. I don't want to take any trades after 9 o'clock. And that's why you do it anyways, because we get stepped out. So another missed trade opportunity. Yeah, another missed trade. We're still up for the month, but we've had so many missed trade opportunities that not sure if this will be the strategy for New York session for currency pairs at least. It looked like it did really well on the indices on NQ, and it looks like it did really well on NQ, and then obviously it would do well on the S&P as well. Maybe I'll do a backtesting video of the same kind of thing for a different month on NQ or the S&P, but for now we're going to stick with the pairs here. So coming into our session, taking out the time-based liquidity here. So we have potential to keep moving, and it does look like we're in a bit of a downtrend on the hourly time frame. We swept out this high here. I'm gonna go a little bit into opening bell here. There we go. Ideally, we're just gonna wait for a good change. Just gonna wait for price to make a nice push. We did make one here, but I don't like that candle there. But I do like that one, so we'll take this trade. Right there. I'll put the stops at the body. And then we'll target 1-2, probably go break even like around this area or this area here. So we'll probably be at break even, but we did still go down and take out our 1-2 there. And that got us in before the 9 o'clock, so that does count. So on the 16th, we got +2. So we swept out the high. Ideally, I want to see areas to go short here. And we just pushed down, did that. So I'm going to take a stab off of this right here. I want to go off the bodies. Yeah, probably go off the bodies on this one. So that our 1-2 is right at the low. So that'd be perfect. So get tapped in right away. And we hit our 1-2. Sweet. So that will be the 17th. and that'll be +2. So we are at 6 right now. I'm just gonna bite in a little bit. So now we're at 630. And obviously we've taken out a lot of sell side liquidity. We've taken out Asia, we've taken out London, and we've taken out, we're coming into this order block area here. So if we do come down to that, that'd be lovely, which we just did. So we're in that order block. We're in an hourly order block now. So let's see if we can get any sort of move to the upside. And we do, we get this push up here. So I'll be more than happy to long right here. Stop on the wicks. And price does leave behind a fair value gap. So maybe we could take off without us, which is totally okay. The price could definitely do that. And we target our 1, 2. Probably take, just taps us in. Probably take off risk around the high here. But just taps us in and comes up and smashes our take profit. So on the 18th, we got another +2. Obviously, we've taken out all this liquidity to the upside here. So I'm gonna be looking for a change of state of delivery. And no, sorry, I don't take trades until 6:30. A little bit after 6:30. You could take that. Ideally, it's not very beautiful. I'd want to see a bit more power to the downside. Like this would have been nicer. This is a lot nicer actually. I'm gonna take that because that's just a lot nicer. So I'll take this trade. If you want to get risky, you can put your stop right above the high there. I'll put my stop at like the bodies here. And then we'll target 1 to 2. Ideally, you put your stop above this high here. It's just a big stop loss. And yeah, so I want to do it at the bodies here. This is just a little too tight for me. And clearly we got stopped out right away. So that would be -1. So the 19th. -1. If you were to enter another trade, then you got lots of time too. So you could be like right here, boom, change state, let price come up, and then there's the move. So we missed out on the move there. Had to come up and take a bit more liquidity, which is fine. We're gonna count that as a loss for the day. See what the overall move was, which was the down, that sell movement there, which is fine with me. Don't have to win every day. You do not have to win every day. So clear as day, you can see we've taken out sell side, taking a lot of sell side liquidity. So basically the strategy is literally like what liquidity have we taken, and then we just want to catch the reversal to the upside, and that's all I'm looking for. It's not a continuation pattern, not a continuation movement. I've noticed that there's a lot of reversals in the hours between 6:30 and like 9 o'clock PST. So that's what I've been trying to just catch. So looking at it right now, we have this inefficiency right here. So I have this 5-minute inefficiency. And let's see if we even tap into it. But if we don't tap into it, I'm still open to taking a trade. I just might put my stop like below that. And right now we did have this push up. So I will take a buy off of this. I'll take the buy off that. You can put your stop right here. I want to put my stop just below that, just to play it safe, because it could easily bite down into this. And then I'll probably take risk off at this high here and go from there. Right away we tap in. Risk would be off the table. And we hit 1 to 2 there. So on the 22nd +2. Let's move to the next day. Obviously you guys can see what I'm looking at. Just looking for shorts. I just want to see if we can get that shorting opportunity. Didn't really close hard enough, but that did though, and I am gonna take that. So depending if you want to count this, you could count that. probably put the stops at the bodies. And then we'll trade 1 to 2. Probably take risk off at these lows. We never hit the low. Did that stop me out? No, it never did. Not yet. And to be completely honest with you, at this rate, because of how long it's taking, I probably would have closed out. But let's just run it for the sake of the video. Stopped out. So that is the 23rd. That is -1. Alrighty, we've taken out the low, we're pushing higher, now we're taking out the high, and let's see if we're gonna keep going to the downside. Let's see if we can get a change of state delivery to the downside, but if not, we might continue up. But ideally, because we just swept out London high, I am gonna be wanting to look for probably shorts. And there we go, got a nice push down, so I will take a short position here. And then my stop will be at the bodies there. And we left behind a fair value gap too, so that's even more confluences. Do we get tapped in before we hit the low? It's after 9, so I wouldn't even be entering this, so I would have already canceled it. Let's see what happens if I would have kept it on. Yeah, I would have been stopped out anyways, but I wouldn't have entered that trade because it's after 9. I don't like to enter trades after 9, so. All right, so let's go to 6:30 here. So 6:30, wait for a few candles to come out. Get that change of state right there. We've taken out a lot of lows here. We've taken out all the sell side liquidity, so you could actually take a stab here if you want to. Right at this candle, stop either below this or stop below this. For the sake, I'm just gonna do the stop below that. That's probably what I would have done in the live markets. And then do we get tapped in? Ouch. We don't even get tapped in, ouch. So we got left behind on this trade. We could have taken off of there and then got tapped in, but we didn't get tapped in, so we're just gonna leave it. That hurts. So another trade opportunity missed. And then price soars to the upside. 6:30, and let's check it out. So taking all the sell side, looking for long positions. We did take out this here, so we are below that. So ideally, like take a trade up to there. That would be cool. I'm gonna mark out my 9 o'clock actually. That's close enough. And we got nothing, guys. Oh. There you go. I'm gonna take that. So we'd be tapped in like right away. Probably would be risk-free already just because of how high we are in it. But now we just hit our 1 to 2, which is awesome. So we got, that is the 26. +2. We've taken out the highs here, but we've pushed a lot down. So ideally, if we can take out London low, then I'll be more than happy to take a trade, which we just did. I don't like that, but we'll take it anyways. I guess stop at the bodies here, and we can target to the upside, target these highs here. Yeah, I don't really like it, but we are showing that we want to go up, and then we've also taken that as well. You could have taken actually your trade right there. That would have been where the trade actually would have been, but we'll take this one just because. And clearly we got taken out. This is actually my bad. This is where you would have probably taken your trade, and you would have. But since I didn't see it and I didn't take it, I'm not going to add that to the books. But that's where you would have taken it off of this here. And then if you go to the 15-minute time frame right there, boom, we've taken it right there. So that would have been a winning day if I didn't make that mistake and jump ahead. So we're taking out the low. We are clearly coming into our session here. So what we do, we get that displacement to the upside. Oh, no, we don't. Stupid delay. Now we do. Nice push to the upside there. I'm gonna put my stop right at this low. Just for this video, I don't really like how it's just slightly pushed above and it's not really, and we're also in this inefficiency. I don't even know if I would take this trade, to be honest, but we're gonna take it anyways. Instantly tapped in and instantly stopped out. So that is the 30th, and that is -1. And let's see what happens. The rest do we take out? Still just push lower. So we were on the wrong side of the market today. We were on the wrong side of the market. And do we have a 31st? All right, and that about wraps it up for April. That was really well. I'm gonna tally this score up. I got it just written down in my notes here. So I'm just gonna tally this up, let you guys know what we did and go from there. So with this strategy, with risking 1% and hitting 1 to 2 risk to reward, with the losses and the wins, we would have been up 10% for the month. So that would have been a pass funded account right there. Just with this simple strategy, all you're doing is looking at what liquidity has been taken, is that what time frame liquidity has been taken. Has London been taken? Has Asia been taken? What's been taken? What has not been taken? Where are we in the hourly range? Are we in like a premium discount? And literally looking for that 5-minute displacement with that order block and just entering. Simple strategy, so simple. And just right there for the month of April, we're up 10%. So that is awesome. I may actually start switching to this strategy at some point. I'm going to do a back testing of April as well with my 1-minute entry strategy to see if the performance is better, to see if the performance is worse. If the performance is about the same, then I might do this with another day. Like I'll probably do at least 3 months worth of, back testing for each strategy. The same strategy, just different entry models, and see what would have worked and what wouldn't have worked and what the overall percentage is. And we'll see if I am going to be switching my strategy my entry model, or if I'm going to be continuing with what I'm usually using as that 1-minute time frame fair value gap entry. But anyways, if you guys like these videos, please hit that thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be posting a lot more content like this. I do like doing these back testing videos because it doesn't only help me, but it can also help others in testing other things out as well. And if there is any currency pairs or any indices or anything that you want to see me test, I'm more than happy to test other pairs and other than Euro USD. I'm more than happy to do that. And honestly, it'd probably just benefit me in the long run. I'm still only open to trading one currency pair at the time, as it's just less clutter in my mind. And we'll just continue with what we're doing. But so far, the results for April were unreal. And yeah, if you guys like the video, please hit the thumbs up button. And if you guys want to see more of this content, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.